There's a trend I've been noticing in the last year of anime, which is to air a tragic episode on the day of something meant to be happy and joyful. I began to notice this trend with last year's Demon Slayer season, which aired the episode that showed Genya and Sanamu's tragic past, which involved them ending their own mother on Mother's Day. And I'm happy to report that Mushoku Tensei continues this trend, with its most recent episode airing on Father's Day. The episode starts out full of promise, as Rudius and his team find his mother trapped in ice, guarded by the Hydra, and then begin to learn very quickly that their attacks are barely doing any damage to her. And not only that, but the Hydra is also able to grow back its severed heads. As Roxy urges the team to fall back and regroup, Rudius' father Paul is blinded by his own rage and his desire to save his wife, and charges the Hydra until Ellen, Elise and Geese bring him to his senses. After falling back, Paul begins to lose it over not being able to save his wife, lashing out at everyone including Rudius, telling him he should offer up his own life even if it meant saving her. Eventually, Paul comes back to his senses after Rudius comes up with a plan to kill the Hydra for good, by chopping off its heads and cauterizing the wounds. With this new plan of theirs, Rudius and his team venture back to the Hydra to end it for good. The plan seems to be working as blood sprays everywhere while heads fall to the ground. That is, until the Hydra attempts to crush a foolish Rudius, who starts to celebrate too early. It's this lack of care that causes Paul to step in as the tail is about to crush Rudius, kicking him and getting him out of the way, as the last remaining head aims to rip Rudius to pieces, until its eye is pierced by Rudius' right hand. The Hydra violently shakes in pain, ripping Rudius' arm off while still leaving it open for Roxy, who kills it for good. Yet, while Rudius feels a sense of joy for killing the monster, the other party members all have the look of horror on their eyes. As Rudius glances over to see what they're all looking at, he too has a look of horror on his face, witnessing the bisected body of his father lying lifeless with his legs missing, killed by the Hydra as he tried to save his own son. It's a gruesome sight to see, as Rudius knows he will have to tell the rest of his family back home of their father's death. But it gets worse. As his mother wakes up after multiple days of sleep, she comes to find that she's lost her memory and can't remember Rudius. Even after losing his arm and his father, the one whom he risked his life for doesn't even remember him, which to me is the most tragic thing about this entire episode. But what did you think about the episode? Leave it in the comments below and subscribe for more.